Nityananda, Jai Advaita Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
We continue reading from Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. We are on chapter 23, where Lord Chaitanya is continuing to instruct Prakāśānanda, Saraswati, and the sannyasis of Banaras. Can someone
Can I
please
read?
Please.
Conditioned souls from Brahma, the engineer of this particular universe, down to an insignificant ant are all creating something, but none of them are independent of the Supreme Lord. The materialist wrongly thinks that there is no creator but his own good self, and this misconception is called Maya or illusion. Due to his poor fund of knowledge, the materialist cannot see beyond the purview of his imperfect senses. Thus, he thinks that matter automatically makes its own shape independent of a conscious background. This is refused by Srila Vyasadeva in the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. As stated before, Vyasadeva is a liberated soul, and he compiled this book of authority after attaining spiritual perfection. Since the complete whole or the absolute truth is the source of everything, nothing is independent of him. In one verse, everything that exists is the body of the absolute truth. Any action or reaction of a part of a body becomes a cognizable fact to the embodied soul. Similarly, since the creation is the body of the absolute truth, then everything in the creation is known to the absolute, both directly and indirectly.
So, as we were just speaking in Bhagavatam, you know that Krishna, he's saying Mayadhyakshena Prakriti. Material nature is working under his control. But we don't want to listen to Krishna's words. We say, why shall I listen to Krishna? I'm the creator myself, or maybe there's no creator. And this thinking, this is Maya, misconception. Because it's just our thinking, our belief. It's not the truth. And our belief and our thinking can never affect the truth. It can never change the truth. The truth is that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He's the creator. He's the origin. So because we are part and parcels of Krishna, and Krishna is the original creator, Krishna has this creative energies. We are part and parcel of him. So we also have this creative energies. We also create, right? Whatever it may be. We may create a PowerPoint, or we may create a nice dessert, or whatever with our energy. But what happens is we are always thinking we are independent, that I did it. We are not considering, the material elements were provided to me by Krishna. It is by Krishna's will that I'm actually able to do it. I'm getting the cooperation of everyone around to be able to actually do it. So, Srila Vyasadeva. Again, we may doubt the position of Srila Vyasadeva, but Srila Vyasadeva is a Shakti-Avesh avatar of Krishna. And that's the reason the Vedas they are still read and studied by everyone. Because if Vyasadeva was like us, a conditioned soul, then the Vedas would have his own, uh, you know, what do you say? Own ideas.
Interpretation.
Interpretation. Thank you. That's right. Thank you. but he has written it as it is, as Krishna spoke. And he's saying that Krishna is the absolute truth. He's the complete whole. Nothing is independent of him. In our house, what is happening, we know it, right? We know we are in control. We may not know what's happening in somebody else's house, but we know what's happening in our house. Similarly, for Krishna, everything is under his control. Everything belongs to him. So he knows what's happening everywhere. This is what is said. That the absolute truth, he knows everything that's happening within the creation. Because he's the creator, he's the controller. So he knows, like a boss of the company will know what's happening in the company.
The Shruti mantra, it is stated that the absolute whole or Brahman is the ultimate source of everything. Everything emanates from him, everything is maintained by him, and at the end, everything enters into him again. This is the law of nature. This is confirmed in the Smriti mantra. There it is said that at the beginning of Brahma's millennium, the source from which everything emanates is the absolute truth or Brahman, and that at the end of that millennium, the reservoir into which everything enters is that same absolute truth. Material scientists haphazardly take it for granted that the ultimate source of this planetary system is the sun, but they are unable to explain the source of the sun. In the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, the ultimate source is explained. According to the Vedic literature, Brahma is the creator of this universe. But because he had to meditate to receive the inspiration for such creation, he is not the ultimate creator. As stated in the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahma was taught Vedic knowledge by the personality of Godhead. There it is said that the Supreme Lord inspired Brahma, the secondary creator, and enabled him to carry out his creative functions. In this way, the Supreme Lord is the supervising engineer. The real mind behind all the creative agents is the absolute personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita 9.10, Krishna himself states that it is he only who superintends the creative energy, Prakriti, the sum total of matter. Thus, Sri Vyasadeva worships neither Brahma nor the sun, but the Supreme Lord, who guides both Brahma and the sun in their creative activities.
So all the Vedas, everywhere is mentioned that Krishna is the original source. Brahma Samhita also Ishvara Parama Krishna. Sarva Karana Karana, cause of all causes, ultimate source of everything is Krishna. What happens is we want to neglect Krishna's position as the creator. And then we put different theories. And that's why these theories don't make sense. They're not logical. Why? Because we are missing out the main person, Krishna, who's actually the creator. For example, we find a painting and then we start speculating. How did the painting come there? And our minds are very creative, and very imaginative. We can imagine anything. How did the painting come there? But what's the truth is that the artist made the painting and kept it there. That's the shortest way to understand it. Instead of letting our mind run and assume so many different things. And we could imagine so many things and not come to the right answer. But Srila Vyasadeva, he's telling us first verse, first canto, first verse, first chapter, first verse, immediately, Krishna is the source of creation. Unto him everything has come. Unto him everything is going to go. He's the one who spoke the Vedas to Brahma. So Krishna is the cause of all causes. All the authorities say that. Some say the sun is the source, but then who created the sun? Again, everything created has a creator. So who is the creator? And Krishna is screaming and saying in the Bhagavad Gita, I am the creator. He's saying, it's me. I'm the creator. And then we are like, no, 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 no. How can it be Krishna? You just simply have to accept. We are accepting so many things. So many people tell so many things, and we are accepting them, believing them. Here Krishna is speaking the truth, and then we say, oh no, why? How can it be? Because deep down we want to be the creator, actually. That's the reason we are here in the material world. We think we can compete with Krishna. So we simply have to accept. We hear Krishna's position as the absolute truth. Are there any questions or comments till now?
No.
I just want to add that, without reading the Shastras, how will you come to know? So you have to read the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, because everything is there, the whole thing, the truth is there.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Thank you.
The Sanskrit words abhijna and swarat appearing in the first verse at Srimad Bhagavatam are significant. These two words distinguish the Lord from all other living entity. No living entity other than the Supreme Being, the absolute personality of Godhead, is either abhijna or swarat. That is, none of them are either fully cognizant or fully independent. Everyone has to receive knowledge from his superior. Even Brahma, who is the first living being within the material world, has to meditate upon the Supreme Lord and take help from him in order to create. If neither Brahma nor the sun can create anything without acquiring knowledge from a superior, then what to speak of the material scientists who are fully dependent on so many things? Modern scientists like Jagdish Chandra Bose, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, etc., may boast of their respective creative energies, but all were dependent on the Supreme Lord for so many things. After all, the highly intelligent brains of these gentlemen were certainly not products of any human being. The brains were created by another agent. If brains like those of Einstein or Newton could have been manufactured by a human being, then mankind would produce many such brains instead of eluding these scientists. If such scientists cannot even manufacture such brains, what to speak of the foolish atheists who defy the authority of the Lord?
That's a good argument Srila Prabhupada is putting forth, no? That these scientists
Yes.
who's made their brains, they are very intelligent, they're so intelligent. People want to become like them. And if their brains were made by any human being, then why not make more of such brains? Which goes to show that there is someone beyond us, someone who's higher. And that's the Supreme Lord. We just don't want to accept it. Srila Prabhupada is saying even Brahma couldn't create. He heard from Krishna. Then he could do the creation. He couldn't understand what's happening. Krishna told him meditate. Krishna spoke to him within the heart. Then Brahma could understand, how he has to create. So we have to receive the knowledge. Even Brahmaji has to receive the knowledge. Who are we then, We are thinking, no, I know everything. But do we actually know everything? How much do we know? We don't even know how our bodies function, how the food is getting digested, how the breathing is taking place. So, only Krishna is abhigya swara, fully cognizant and fully independent. We are trying to imitate him. We are thinking we are that. We have projected an image of ourselves, as that we are the independent, we are the source, we are the creator. But it's actually Krishna who is all these things.
Even the Mayavadi impersonalists who flatter themselves that they have become the Lord are not Abhigya or Swarat, fully cognizant or fully independent. The Mayavadi monists undergo a severe process of austerity and penance to acquire the knowledge needed for becoming one with the Lord, but ultimately they become dependent on some rich follower who supplies them with the requisitive paraphernalia to construct great monasteries and temples. Atheists like Ravan and Hiranyakashipu had to undergo severe austerities before they could float the authority of the Lord. But ultimately, they were so helpless that they could not save themselves.
Haribol Neha, can't hear you. Neha?
Yeah, we can't hear her.
Yeah, I can't hear Neha.
Hare Krishna, Neha, are you there?
Sorry,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. We
Sorry.
couldn't hear you. No, that's okay.
Yeah, I think I got disconnected for a second. Such
Oh,
atheists will be dealt the same award as given in the I cannot see. Yeah. In the past, to great atheists like Ravan and Hiranyakashipu. History repeats itself, and what occurred in the past will recur again and again when there is necessity. Whenever the authority of the law is neglected, the penalties dealt by the laws of nature are always there.
Then Prabhupada is helping us understand. We may think we are Abhigya or Swarat, fully cognizant or independent. We may undergo so much austerity and penance to think that, okay, now I have become one with Krishna, I have become Krishna. But that's just a phantasmagoria. It's just an infatuation. It's not the truth. And then, but what happens is, many times, then we may get dependent on some follower who is willing to spend money for us and, build great temples. This is what Prabhupada is saying. So, putting in great austerity, even demons have put in great austerities. We recently celebrated Lord Nishinga's appearance day. Hiranyakashipu, what austerities! We never heard of such anyone else doing that kind. That his whole, that the fire was coming from his head. He was only bones. At least to whatever I've heard, he's done the most severe. But the intention was what? To kill Krishna. The intention was that I'm the controller. So he had to be killed himself. Yeah. We are denying Krishna's authority. We are denying Krishna's authority where all the authorities, they are saying Krishna is God. Krishna himself is saying he is God. The Vedas, the scriptures, everyone is saying that. And we are like, no, no, no. It's like Prabhupada would give the example, that someone comes and tells us, hey, the sun is out. But we are like, no, look, it's so dark, it's so night, and we are sitting inside a dark room, covered all the curtains and everything. Whereas the other person is saying, hey, it's day, come. And then we say, no, see, it's still night. But it's we who are sitting in the dark room and not wanting to come to the light. Then what can anyone else do? Yeah.
That this should I read?
Um, It's just 1 minute left. So I don't know if you all wanted to discuss something. Did you all want to add in something? Speak? Question?
I just remembered from this that there's a verse in Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is the one who gives the intelligence, forgetfulness, and from Krishna it comes all. So yeah, these great scientists and anybody, like if they are creator, then that comes from Krishna, because he says that I am the intelligence, I am the forgetfulness, I am the knowledge that is there, that it comes from
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
So we
And
should
also
be
he
grateful.
says that, yeah, he says, I'm the intelligence of the intelligent, I'm the ability in man, the strength of the
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yes. And so what you're saying, we need to be grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, need to be grateful to him.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like as Prithu Maharaj said, that we offer everything to him, all the results offered to him.
Hmm. Yes. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Let's stop here for today. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.